Good morning, everyone. I am glad that you guys are listening this morning. If you guys kind of hear my fan in the background, it's because the AC went out. All right. Um, I'm actually coming to you guys early in the morning because I know you guys are not awake. So, with that being said, I want to cover a few things because I happen to notice a few things that's been going on here as of late. It's something that I've seen in my own personal life, and it's something that is affecting black males such as myself. I am a millennial, and as a millennial, let me share my screen here so I can kind of show you maybe kind of where I'm falling at. Give me a half a second. All right. So I'm a millennial. I fall in this whole 1981 to 96 bracket here. As you can see, there are several other groups that come before me. Now, these groups, you have Generation X, you have baby boomers, you have the silent generation, right? And I fall just about here. I'm sorry, Generation X, I'm a millennial. This is where I fall. Now, we have baby boomers, and then we have this silent generation. Okay. Then the greatest generation. So the greatest generation and the silent generation and the lost generation. This is somewhere, these are debatable numbers, by the way, because some people say that the millennials start at 77, 1977. Um, so there's kind of some debate, right? But nevertheless, we get the point that it's about generations. And the issue is that the black man, because due to slavery, has been into some particular issues, socioeconomic issues here in America. And because the black man does not have like a lot of upward mobility, like a lot of, can't seem to really push past what's really going on in America. Now, a lot of it is a lack of knowledge. Some people could say that it is uh, will. Black man doesn't have any ambition. Black man doesn't, he just can't get right for whatever reasons. And I'm here to talk about today about the crab in the barrel mentality because it's real, it exists. And we have a particular issue. Now, the particular issue that I'm going to cover today is this whole crab and the barrel mentality and the need for approval from the older generations. So, like I said, I'm a millennial. And for some strange reason, the millennials want approval from this group right here, the baby boomers. The baby boomers. And I'm going to attempt to do my best to let you guys know why this particular group wants these people approval. Now, the baby boomer generation falls within this whole civil rights deal, right? So they're kind of taking credit for the Civil Rights Act and what happened during civil rights. And it was not the baby boomers that did anything. Only thing that the baby boomers contributed to was entertainment in the 1980s. Other than that, absolutely nothing. Nothing. So what the baby boomers did was the baby boomers had the millennials and some Gen Xers, but for the most part, the baby boomers had the millennials, right? So, and we're roughly dealing with the people that was born 55, 57, 59, 60, so forth, and that, this is kind of what we're dealing with today. But these millennials seem to want the approval of the baby boomers. And the baby boomers are doing everything that they can to manipulate these millennials, to have these millennials trapped under their thumb. And because of it, this is what's creating this crab in the barrel mentality. Because you have certain people in certain groups of your own age group. What do you guys call you guys? Haters? Haters. I'm going to tell you how haters exist. Where these haters come from. And they are up to do nothing more than destroy you and what you have and what you're building, what you're seeking to do. I mean, it's almost demonic. The whole satanic deal coming to kill, steal, and destroy. For the seeking of approval from others. Because they don't sit well within themselves. It may be approval, it may be money, it may be a few things, but I can tell you this is just downright evil. Now, if you're not strong enough, you don't know how to break away. The millennials don't know how to break away from the baby boomers. Because you must be strong enough. Because these people from this era, they are master manipulators. Oh, yeah. They know how to work on your basic need for survival and approval because this is the group that raised us. So they know how to pull your strings. If you guys don't watch Kevin Samuels, go back to the other night. Go back to the night where he was talking about the women, how the baby boomers, how they changed the generation, how they made the boys into to be feminine and they made the girls to be masculine. The baby boomers did that. They will not accept accountability for anything, which is the reason why this generation and the others before us do, and why Generation X, Generation Z, and the Alpha generation, they won't accept accountability for their actions. They just will not accept accountability at all. Why? Because they screwed up. So socially and economically, the millennials and the Gen Xers are screwed up because of the baby boomers. The baby boomers is the first generation where you have fatherless homes, zero accountability. This is where this comes from. The homosexual behaviors. But we're going to talk about this whole mediocrity thing. This is also the first group that accepted mediocrity, the baby boomers. Because this was the first generation that had access to great education, and they were allowed not to go to school. Like, hey, high school is available, but you don't necessarily have to go to get a great job. It wasn't a requirement to get a great job. You can go grab yourself a skill, grab yourself a trade, and next thing you know, you're set for life. Not so today. But let's talk a little bit more about this crab in the barrel mentality. All right. So a buddy of mine, his name goes by the name of Pastor $40. Oh, let me back up. Let me see. Yeah, his name is Pastor $40. This is me, the man. This is my partner. His name is Pastor $40. Now, we just did this live just last night. Now, there's an issue, an extreme issue, because you have Black men who are millennials and Gen Xers. They want to be coddled about doing the right thing and doing the things that they need to do as men. And there are certain things that you get in life. And a lot of people come on the internet seeking a lot of information, but they don't do anything with the information. They just want to know. Now, you have to understand something, especially as millennials. When they switch the whole dynamic, the boys are now acting as girls, the girls are now acting as boys. I figured this out years ago. I said, wow, these females are acting like men. They're females on the outside, and men, they are males in female bodies, and females are in male bodies. It's a trip. This is the first time in history that this has actually happened. So people are confused. Now, my partner, Pastor $40, who was ringing my ear. Yo, I'm going to buy this land. I'm going to buy this land because we had a housing seminar that I did last month. Sparked his bells, got his wheels churning about some things that he wants to do in life. Great things. And this young brother will be doing great things. He's a millennial just like myself. Reminds me of one of my little brothers. And he's going to do great things and great things and great things and great things. The deal is that he's my partner. And I don't let my partners drive drunk. Because the others before me did not allow me to hang out with them without being successful. Without doing things that's going to keep my testosterone level raised. Without doing things that I'm passionate about doing and then going all the way to the top at it. It's unfortunate that my generation has been allowed to have C students, D students, F students. Why settle for a C when an A is available? I'm going to tell you why a lot of people settle for C's. It's because you are around other people that want to see you fail. See? They want to see you fail. They want you to be codependent on them. They want you to seek their approval. Now, I was thinking about what I can do to assist other guys in this space, just like I assist past the $40. I was able to learn some things in life along the way. So how can I assist others? Well, here's the problem with assisting others, especially over the computer, especially people that you don't readily know. People would waste your time, especially when they're just seeking information. See, if I'm going to give you something, either you bite on it or you get away from me. The whole reason being is, one, because you're not paying me. So when you pay me, my job is to convince you because you're paying for a product. You're paying for a service. When you pay me, my job is to be nice to you and to make you feel good about the purchase that you made. That's what a salesman does. I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to share with you. And if you do not want to accept the share, there's always some other place that you can go. Give other people your money because I don't need it. Just don't waste my time. So I told Pastor, come on yesterday, as I always do. Come on, let's crank up a live, because I believe that there are some people who need to hear what it is that I'm telling him. They need to hear what I'm telling him. Because he sits and listens. Listening implies doing. As a man, when you hear someone tells you something, that means do it. See, we seem to be under this impression, oh, yes, well, I can just take it and I can leave it and I can. No, you effing do it. This is where procrastination sets in. Then mediocrity. Then mediocrity sets in. Then you want the whole world to understand. Well, you must understand what's happening. No, the world owes you nothing. This world owes you nothing. It is not fair. You do not have options to sit around and do nothing. This is how a lot of people are still in their mother's basements. This is how you find 30-year-old guys out on the street. This is how you find men living off women. Hey, baby, I just want to, and next thing you know, you're living off a girl. Why? Because your friends allow you to hang around them and be mediocre. You can excel in life. You can be something great. You can do great things. First, you have to know that you're valuable, that you're exceptional, that you can do great things. But what happens is that you have people, you have forces, principalities, and evil wickedness in high places that are designed to be out here to hold you back. They are here to kill, steal, and destroy you. Now, when we were coming up, we didn't have the internet in the palm of our hands. So there's a lot out here in a short amount of time. And within that short amount of time, you two have to know, I do not have time to sit on the information. I must get it and react. Like driving a car. Newer cars are coming out all the time with more gadgets and gadgets. And as you're driving along, you do not have time to say, wait a second, let me stop here for 3 hours and 5 hours and 10 hours and play with the radio. You get the car, you learn the radio, start driving. That's it. Just like that. You learn the functionalities of things, you do it, and you go. You don't stop and say, let me learn all the nuances of the new transmission that they put. No, you don't. You keep going. So there's a reason why these guys want to be coddled. Here is the stream, and you two can go on. And I'm just going to fast forward through this deal here because I want you guys to read some of the conversations. Here's the people that's on the panel. I want you guys we can go through some of the conversations. Because I want to tell you guys what I told the panel and what I told everyone. Do not come back if you do not establish a trust. Don't come back. Don't come around me. Irv may want you. Irv may want you. But not so much me. Because I'm teaching you something so that you can do well for yourself. So that you can do well for yourself. I'm not doing this for me. I'm trying to help bring you up to speed where I am so that you can do well for yourself. In turn, you will be able to do well for others. That's how this game works. The each one teach one mentality. And I'm not just going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you how to do it so that you can do it. I'm not going to be sitting back fishing for you. I'm going to teach you to do it. If you don't want to do it, go somewhere else. Because I understand what's happening to you. What's happening to you is you got previous generations who've been pulling at you psychologically and that you can't get out of it. All right? Now, the other reason is because when you see Irv doing something or Pastor $40, when you see him doing something or some of the other people that's in a group who are interested in doing, we don't want you to be envious when you have the same opportunity. This is an opportunity to do well for yourself. But here's what you have at this point in this conversation. You have people who want to tell me how to shape my pitch. I'm not selling you anything. So this is not a sales pitch. I'm giving you opportunity. If you don't want to take the opportunity, it's no more than if we were hanging out. And every time you come over, there's people and they're hearing and we're talking, and all of a sudden, everybody else is elevated in the group except you. And now you want to hurt someone over what they have. You want to get mad with someone about what they have, when you can have it as well. Okay. So let's take a couple of look at a lot of this stuff here, what people are saying in this chat, because I was reading the chat and and I'm serious. I am. Look, I like a lot of people. I think you guys have great personalities. But it's a shame because people in this day and age, you have to force them to do the right thing, even if it's for themselves. A lot of people can't see the right thing and just go do the right thing for themselves. Kind of got to force them. And if you can't force them, God bless them. Let's see. Okay, Mateo says the man showing that tough love that I need, right? That love, that's the love I love. This is what he's saying right here. Hey, because that's all it is. It's all tough love. That's all it is. I want you to go out here and be well and to do well. That's the reason why I give away the things that I know. And so that we can go out and we can all be loved. I see you guys in the chat. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Because some of you guys are up early. I wasn't Toya the Tutor. There you go. Wow, you guys are actually up early. Sir Abadayu. I see you guys. I see you guys over here in the chat. Okay. Did I thank you very much for the misspelling. I will go back and I will change it. Appreciate it. Past the $40. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? If you and I are going to be friends, YouTube friends, Facebook friends, if we're actually going to be friends, I do not know about this fake friendship thing where you click and just add somebody as a friend and that fake stuff. I have no idea about it. If we're going to be friends, then I'm going to make sure you're taken care of because I love you as a friend. Because I love you. So when you hear me yell, get upset, because I love you. and I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. If you hear me talking, I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to make sure that you can have your stuff protected. Now, I'm going to share something with you. There are even some people that is in this space that even outside of this space that deal with me, that are mentally challenged. And they're even picking up on this. So there's no excuse to take advantage of the opportunities. I do not like wasting my time. Nevertheless, here we go. So Nino says, the problem that we're having is that most men don't trust each other due to gimmicks. Don't make them, but before they make up their minds. I hear what all of you guys are saying. Here's what it is. This is not a gimmick and this is not a game. These are not options. These are do or dies. These are do or dies. See, this is how Black people start accepting mediocrity. They don't know what to do. They don't know what it sounds like when somebody loves them. They don't know what it sounds like when somebody cares about them. So they think everything is a gimmick. They think everything is a game that someone is trying to play on them. See, this is what the baby boomers have done to your minds. All I'm saying, this is what Winston says. All I'm saying is I come from the frame of mind of a software tester. A big part of the testing process is recognizing what minimum requirements are to accomplish something. Here, get the trust, take it down to the bank, establish the trust, do it. Now, what Kevin Samuels was actually talking about is how the frame of mind got twisted. How it got twisted. Because the girls know to take this information and to go down and do it. Because they have the mentality of a man. You guys are accepting mediocrity and being mediocre because your mind is twisted. Because as a male, you are to know if you don't do it, you'll be out on the street. Okay, let's go. Or in business terms, qualifying prospects. See, this is what you guys don't understand. You are not a prospect that I'm looking for. I'm not prospecting you. You are not potential customers. In fact, if you don't want me to assist you with a trust, I can, I will tell you, hey, go seek a lawyer, or this is the type of person you should go look for. Go find someone in your area. See, I don't want your trust money. I want you to have your own money. In fact, I want you to have more money than me because maybe one day I can come borrow some, hopefully. Right? Now, let's look at what Mateo is saying. I don't know what he was saying, but he says that it sounds like a real estate conspiracy. I hope he wasn't speaking about this. Because what you should be doing is you should be out purchasing your own properties. Tomorrow, you guys should be purchasing real estate, figuring out new ways to purchase assets. Everyone in this group that's in this group chat should be actually talking to someone, talking to each other about how to make more money. I know why you guys' minds are so focused on women, because the baby boomers, that's all they did. Sex, sex, sex. I mean, these people out here having sex like rabbits. So I understand what some of you guys' minds are. The future generation is surpassing you guys already. The 18-year-olds are buying stock on Cash App. They are not joking. And they're going to look at you old millennials when you get 55 and 60, and they're going to say, hey, look at that old head over there. Couldn't make it. And you're going to say, can you drop some money in the cup, please? That's what you're going to say. All right. I don't want to share all of this or go over all of this because I want to get to a point because I don't want to be long this morning. So by this time, I'm talking about the unclaimed property. I really want you guys to go check out the unclaimed property. Make sure that you guys don't have any unclaimed property out here in any states. Right? But I do want everyone to know, I see the names here. I see the St. Anthony's, I see the Mateos, I see the Camrobs, I see everybody. I like you guys as friends. I appreciate knowing you guys. But all of these guys that have names here, if you don't have your shit together, I can't hang out with you. I won't hang out with you. And there's a reason for that. I'm not going to let you drive drunk. Because I am my brother's keeper. And I want you guys to hold me up to the same accountable standards that you would have in life so that we can keep holding each other up. Because I am only as strong as the next pillar that is next to me. And if you are falling down, crumbling, eventually I will fall down and crumble. Mateo says, man, oh man, I wish I grew up with this information. Superhighway, he'll barely own the color TV and let alone a computer. Maybe it would have bridged the education gap for my semi-slow-headed butt. Now, this is what I'm talking about. He has a lot to grasp at a short amount of time. So what happens is that he just has to do it. Hell, even Nike told you to just do it. If he does not respond, this is what creates a mediocre person, a substandard person, a person who doesn't really know how to live. But it just seems like a lot of people are just really focused on my tone of voice. My tone of voice, it was done by a design. As you guys can see, I know how to talk to you. We can talk and we can chat. As you can see, If you are not tough enough to handle a tone of voice, you are not tough enough to live out here in the world. And by now, at 30, 40 years old, you are supposed to be tough enough to decipher. This is called the survival of the fittest. All right. So, Mateo, just by listening to this information, you, sir, and people, others like you, just have to read and react and respond. Why? Because the message, large in part, that I send is not to you guys. It's for generation. It's for Gen Z and up. Generation Z, 97 and up. Because the baby boomers more than likely have not gotten their hands on their grandchildren yet. A lot of people don't even live around their grandparents. My nonprofit organization is called Building Z. Building Generation Z and up. So I don't have time for you guys. Because a lot of you guys want to be combative. Just like the girls. Just like a girl. You want to be combative. This is not a combative thing. I'm not here to fight with you. Let's look at some of these other comments here real quick. We're going to take a couple of more, and then we're going to get into it. Now, the other thing is that we have guys that was in the military. And it's amazing how when you go to the military would say things to you, make you do things, and you would listen to them. But you get out here in the civilian world, people tell you to do things, your ears are turned totally off. Ears are turned totally off. And we have a lot of people who are out here from the military, and then they're wondering why there's issues. Women are taught to have rainy day funds because they are taught to have them. Fellas, you guys don't get it. It's not that they're taught to have them. Their parents, a lot of times, their mothers required that they have them so that they learn how to save money. A lot of them so that they can get from under the financial abuse of a man. See, these are not suggestions. These are commandments that was placed on them. Commandments. This is part of survival. The reason why they were taught this way is because not so much out of love, but so that they can survive. All right. I am going to get to the crux of this thing right now. Because we had some visitors, right? And you guys notice on the shows when we start having visitors. Okay? Now, let's back it up some. And I am happy that this time when we did get the visitors, right? When we did get these visitors, that we were already over and that the education was over. I had one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys last night, but I'll share it with you some other time. So we got this guy here. Sheed, we hear. This is the guy that comes up. Personally, I don't know this guy. But here's what I do know. I know that he's a disruptor. I think he's some sort of agent. Because see, these guys, they are clicking up. And I'm kind of like putting together maybe like a little hierarchy or something like that. Because you got this guy like BGS, and then you got another guy named Roger Report, and then you got another guy, Sheed, we hear. This guy. And what these guys are jealous of past the $40. These guys are absolutely freaking jealous. Yes. It's obvious. When I first got in touch with Pastor, he was telling me, he says, hey, look, I want to go on this YouTube and let's do some things and let's have some fun. Okay, if you think that we can have some fun with this, let's do it. I said, but yo, I don't have anything to talk about but what it is that I'm currently doing. Okay, and if you know, this is the type of guy I am, right? If me and my partners, if we sit down in front of the front of the house is going to be clean, and they're going to help me clean up, or I'm going to send their ass home. Bottom line, you don't hang out with me, and we're not going to be filthy people. We're going to have money. We're going to do the good thing, and without selling drugs. So, BTS, Roger Report, Sheed, we're here. So far, this is kind of like the little cliquish gang or something like that. It's like high school kids. But BGS, Roger Report, Sheed, we here. If I said that, if I missaid that. But this is kind of like the group of three that seems to be jealous of Irv. Past the $40. Now, I've been kind of hanging out with him for the past few months. And I'm going to show you something. On his channel, I think he probably had maybe 70 subscribers or something like that. Pastor, if you're listening, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you may have had maybe about 70 subscribers. Now it's 166. Sorry about that. Now it's 166 subscribers. And I tell Irv all the time, I says, hey, there's ways to 10x your subscribers. He says, no, I want to build it organically and I want to keep it low. So I'm not concerned about the money. I just want to have some fun doing this. And I want it to be fun. Okay, you don't want to 10x it, just let me know. Irv says, no, I really care about, keeping everything nice and together. All right. So since he and we have just been hanging out, having fun. It's been a little tight here and there, but we just been out having fun. Double the subscribers. You guys have been here on the ride. Double the subscribers. I don't know who the subscribers are. I think he might know a little bit more than I. But you guys have been showing up and have been and have been enjoying the ride with us. But I'm going to tell you something. Even though he has the name Pastor, I don't know if it's Pastor like Pastor or Pastor like Pastor Blunt. I don't know. But here's what I can tell you. He and I are not going to move forward and hang out with you guys, and you guys be looking at us like, wow, they now have something, and looking at us like we're the pastors of a church or something. No. When we're buying acres of land, we want you to be buying acres of land right next to us. When we're buying stocks, we want you to be able to buy stocks. When we life insurance, we want you to have life insurance. See, we have children. Not sure if a lot of you guys out there, if you do or if you don't, but we want you to be taken care of. But you have to come in with a certain mindset. You don't have to be hungry. You don't have to be, only thing you have to do is just do it. Just do it. Well, you can't make another man do something. Shit. You see the military make guys do stuff all the time. The problem is ain't nobody making you do nothing. That's the problem. And as a man, should nobody have to make you do anything. That's the problem. You're in the know, do it. All right. So with that being said, you have these guys. BGS is a boomer. Roger Report is he's a millennial. Sheed, we hear, is a millennial. And I thank you guys for hanging out because I want to show you something. Roger Report, Sheed, we hear, millennials. BGS is a boomer. There's some Gen Xers. I've ran across a Gen Xer or two who feels the need to protect this old man. Now, much like an abuser, what people do is that they want to protect their abuser. A lot of you have parents that's like this. The reason why a lot of you guys are probably at home in your mother's basement is because she has not given you the approval to leave. Your parents have not given you the approval to get out the house. And you have not been prepared properly. And so because you have not been prepared properly, I don't have time to raise you. And you can't hang around me while I raise you. I have 2 children right now that I'm raising to be adults. I have 2 adults that I'm raising. Oh my, me and the missus, but this is what we're doing. So with that being said, you millennials need to check yourselves around these baby boomers. They will seem informational. They will seem kind and gentle. When all the while they really should be putting a foot in your ass. Because they know that you have another 20 years before you be in their spot. So, what are you going to do in the next 5 years? In the short term? What are your long-term? What are your short-term and long-term goals? What is your objectives and how are you going to get there? What is your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? I'm sure that the military guys could probably get on and probably tell me a lot more things that you guys could actually do to achieve your goals. But a lot of you don't even have any. The reason being is because the baby boomers don't want you to have any. It's like this. Do you guys know how they used to kidnap a lot of children? If you don't know, I'll tell you. They used to use other children. They would use other children to go get other children. Yep. That's how you do it. Because you don't talk to strangers. You teach the children don't talk to strangers, but other children talk to other children. Get it? They're getting the millennials to talk to the other millennials so that they can actually recruit you to pay the baby boomer. How many of you guys have sent BGS cash apps? How many times have you guys sent cash apps or something like that to Roger Report? I don't know if you guys have done anything to She We Here. I don't know. I just simply, quite frankly, do not know. But here is what's happening from my point of view. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. Now, you have people who don't want you to do things because they want you to stay right here. You think I'm selling you on something? Don't need to. I have other products and services to sell you. And you will never see me coming. And I'm trying to teach you how to do the same thing. Now, you got past the $40. In a few short months, he is doing what other people are doing in a few short months, and they've been around for years. Now, here's what this is called in business. It's called market share. And what they don't want to do is share the market. They are upset with past the $40 because he is taking market share. And for me, I'm saying take it all. Past the $40 is saying, nope, I don't want to do that. I tell him, if BGS is your competition, Sheed, We Here, everybody, take them down. No mercy. If it's a competition, he's saying this is not a competition. I just want to have some fun. Okay, well, do you mind if I teach some of the people some of the things that I know? If these are your partners, hang out with them, cool. But for me, I cannot hang around you. He says, okay. Now, to kind of show you guys some proof here, because I like to prove everything that it is that I'm saying. I like to show and prove. I like to show and prove. I really do like to show and prove. Okay, I like perfect timing. I like perfect timing. He and I, cool. We're good. This is an example. Perfect timing. See the number? Well, I'm not even going to use perfect timing. I'm going to tell you guys something about perfect timing. Do you guys see these wonderful thumbnails? Perfect does these thumbnails. Get some thumbnails. Get some of these thumbnails. Contact Perfect and get his thumbnails. Because this is not mediocre work. This is exceptional, pristine, professional work that he's doing. And catch him out. Catch him on Sundays also. Okay? Catch him on Sundays. I don't know if he's preaching, but check out Perfect Timing 5.0. All right? But let's go down here to the Roger Report, shall we? So these are the subscribers that Roger Report has. I want to show you guys something. This guy's been here for years. For years. Struggle streaming. Struggle streaming. Can I say it again? Struggle streaming. 645 views. 532 views. 55 views. But if you notice everything that he's talking about, women, 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 women. See where his focus is? Women. Her, mother, bad mothers, predatory women. Do women need security? Why men should earn more than women? Struggle streaming. Her, she. OnlyFans. This is what these people are doing. Divorced women. Remember when I told you the boomers are keeping you focused on sex. The opposite sex. Sex. And guess what? He's absolutely right. It is the same old song. See, a broke clock is right twice a day. And this is the same old song. This is mediocre work. Mediocre. This is the crab in a barrel mentality. I don't know. Let's try she, we here. Let's try that. Look at this. 3 views, 18 views, 470 views, 26 views. Struggle streaming. 18 views, 13 views, 26 views, 149 views. He has one that has 992 views, 8 views, 7 views. Are you guys getting this by now? Are you guys getting this by now? Now, yeah, BTS Idmore. See, I'm not going to sit back and just talk about these people. Now he has close to 40,000 subscribers. But can't get 10,000 views. 4,000 views, 4,000 views, 7,000 views, 3,000 views. Do you know how easy it is to get 3,000 views, 4,000? Do you guys know how easy it is to get 40,000 subscribers? There are 400, 300 million people in America. It's easy to get a million subscribers. That's easy. That's easy. What Kevin Samuels achieved is easy. They have dog videos that get more subscribers than that. Dog videos showing cats playing with yarn balls. It's not that difficult. My audience, and if you guys are listening to this, it is not for you. This is for the future generations. And I'm going to leave this posted for them. Because I want the kids to see the type of crap that is going on during our time. Because it's crap. It's mediocre. It's the crab in the barrel mentality, and it's happening amongst men. This is the crabs in the barrel. They're at the bottom, and they want to continue to bring another crab down past the $40. And guess what? He don't even have no interest in climbing over these guys. He just want to have some fun. He don't have an interest. But here's what's happening. You have a guy who has eight views. I don't know who's watching this stuff, his family members or something. He keep watching the videos over and over or something from different devices. I don't know. But he constantly comes over to Irv's channel. And here's what he does. Let me see here. Just take a second. Let me cue this up for you guys. Just real quick, I am going to cue this up. I'm going to cue this up, and hopefully we can get some sound, some decent sound quality out of it. Because I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on here. Exactly. Did you hear what he said? You come off disingenuous, like you're trying to bash people. And you want somebody to work with you. I don't want you to work with me. I don't want you to work with me. Don't need you to work with me. I don't need to work with a struggle streamer. I don't need to work with mediocre people. I don't need to work with people who are concerned with how they feel when we're doing business. The roles are reversed. This is the same guy, I believe, who comes and says, At one point, I wouldn't do business with you because this is how I feel. If you had a product and I felt like somebody else, if I had somebody who I felt good about, I would buy the product from them. No, you would buy the product from me. You want to know why? Because the person who you feel good about, I will beat their price 10 times out of 10. Superior products, better price. That's what moves business. But check this out. He wanted to be about how you feel. Mediocre versus successful. You talk about the women need success. They need for men to set out here and to be successful. This struggle streaming shit is not successful. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Why do this? Only reason why Irv does it is because he likes to have fun. This here seems more like a business. This is terrible. Terrible. If you can hear the conversations that I have with Pastor $40, I tell him, yo, say, hey, I know you like being online, but if you're not making no money at it, why? Oh, man, I just like hanging out, man, just having fun. And I told him, wait till you start buying more land. You're not going to have any time for that. He says, yeah, I know. So he's going to move on from doing one thing that's fun for him in his life to the next thing, to the next thing. That's fun. He's enjoying his worms right now. And so as he enjoys his worms, he has now goals, ambition. Get your worms insured. Start selling your worms. Have more worms. Hey, in fact, I'll look at a government contract for you to see if we can get you a contract with the federal government to sell your worms to. This is what guys do. We don't sit around struggle streaming. We don't sit around playing games, which is it's a lot of what I see on here. Oh, check this out. This is something interesting. Look at this. This is something very interesting. I want you guys to take a look at here. A month ago, are we man or not? Roger and BGS Idmore. You can't make this up. You most certainly cannot make this up. By the way, how many views? This is pathetic. This is pathetic. 83 views. Pathetic. This is beyond mediocrity. This is pathetic. You want to know the reason why this is pathetic? This is 40 and 50-year-old men. 60-year-old men. This is pathetic. This is children do better than this in these spaces. What is going on here? Oh, I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on because I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on. And for the future generations that are out here that is listening to this broadcast, this is what's happening during our lifetime. You have 40 and 50, 30, 40, and 50-year-old men out here discussing women instead of being productive all day. They are in some sort of psychosis. They have some sort of mental blockage or something. That's right. They do. Because they are struggle streaming. And for what? And for what? Because they are twisted in the brain. But I'm going to show you how they got to be twisted. Give me a half a second. I'm going to show you why they're twisted. First, let's listen to some more of this twisted behavior. Wait a second. Did somebody just say this is how he makes his bread and butter? Okay. Did you hear what he just said? To get people out of a poverty mindset, you got to work with them. You're an adult male. No one has to work with you. No one has to work with you. You either got to catch up or you got to fall behind. You're going to fall behind. That's it. This world owes you nothing. Now you see what's happening. They see me moving, so they're going to move as well. Not so. Because if that was the case, there would be no broke people because there's people out here moving and shaking every day. It's not so. It's not so. You have thousands of men who are homeless. Probably millions, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of men that are homeless. And it's roughly probably about a third of them who are homeless because of mental disabilities or because of some sort of psychological issue. So what's wrong with the other 2/3? No one's pushing them in a direction and telling them to do this. That's why. They're not being forced or driven to do something. Now you see how we have the crab in a barrel mentality. The other issue is that we're around here listening to this crap. But let's let his words hang himself. Now you see, how did you come into the mindset? Seen it, done it. Period. That's it. It's as simple as putting on clothes. People put clothes on you, now you just do it. Just like drinking water. You just do it. You see it, you do it. You see it, study it, learn it, do it. Did you hear what he said? I was already knowledgeable, so I liked his delivery, and I got some policies through him. That's what he said. You see how he's making his purchases? Do you see how he's making his purchases on an I feel? This is what's happening with mediocre men. Future generations, this is what's actually happening during our lifetime. This is wrong behavior. It's called inappropriate behavior. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. This is not what you do. Women, when the life insurance guy comes around, the insurance agent makes you feel good, and that's what caused them to purchase insurance policies. As a man, you buy the amount of insurance that you need based on what your family needs in the future. The focus here is about the trust, the actual foundation. You see, buying life insurance, no trust. So how can I trust the words that he's saying? How can we ever trust that the families are going to be okay? You cannot. You cannot. The reason why you can't trust that is because the setup is all wrong. Reason why the setup is all wrong, only thing you have to do is look towards your friends. Look at the people that you hang out with. Just take a look. There is a buddy of mine really likes this movie, kind of swears by it. What is the name of that McDonald's movie? Called The Founder. It's called The Founder. It's a story about Ray Kroc and how he went into business, got himself into business, and he was struggling selling burgers. And it wasn't until he was at the bank and he come across a Jew. No, the Jew actually comes across him, and the Jew hears how he's struggling. And the Jewish guy hears how he's struggling and then comes and tells him, hey, listen, this is how you take care of your business because you're in the wrong business. It's a true story. Now, what's happening here is I'm letting guys know you're doing things wrong. Stop, pay attention. You know what this guy tells me? It's in your delivery is the reason why we don't learn to listen to you. I'm not selling you anything. And I'm not selling you on what it is that I'm saying is correct. Take it, do it, and find out. I'm not putting a loaded gun in your hand telling you to go down and rob the bank. What I'm doing is putting a load of grenades in your hand and telling you how to go about blowing up the world. Showing you how to do it. All right. Oh, Camrob, do you think the man should meet people where they're at? Or do you think he is on his high horse and needs to humble himself? For what? Wow, I kind of sound like Barack Obama now. I have my business taken care of. I'm trying to help you. I'm not on a high horse. Oh, no. I'm on top of a building. And I'm trying to help you. This is mediocrity at its best. These are strugglers at its best. Your mind is jacked up. There's no other way that I can put it. There's no other way that I can help you. Because a man is changed by the renewing of his mind. If you notice what Sheeta's saying here, and I'm not even going to continue to go into it. You guys can go and listen to this crap because I'm not even up for really listening to this crap early this morning. But here's what it is that I can tell you. Here's what it is that I can tell you. Listen to this crap, but don't go too far into it. But I'm going to tell you, here's what's going on. Parental approval and the adult child. Now, this is something that is based off what you call Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Here's how it goes. Let's first start with the learned behavior. The first thing that newborn babies learn is that they need to rely on others to provide for their basic needs. See, we all have a need, and that need is to survive. So the learn that crying can help get them fed or their diaper changed. Let me back up because I want. Now, go listen to that crap if you want to. It's just a bunch of crap. Basically, she comes over and he tries to blow up Pastor's channel. Little did he know we was already finished with the work. He wants to be interruptive, disruptive. Why? Because he's a mole. He is a spy. He's a dissenter. He wants to come over and he wants to try to sabotage Pastor's channel. The whole crab in the bucket mentality. He wants to hurt this guy simply because the guy wants to have fun. And in this space, what I have learned is that some people do not want past the $40 to learn and have anything. They don't. They don't think that he's deserving. They absolutely don't think so. But let's keep going. As children grow older, they become more sophisticated and they fine-tune their skills and getting their needs met through trial and error and behavioral reinforcement. A child tries a behavior, see if it achieves his or her goal, and if it does, he or she tries something else. If it doesn't, he or she tries something else. So, this is basically the learned behavior. Now, approval equals survival. In the beginning stages of life, the primal brain helps develop skills to request our needs. As we develop, it makes a non-discriminatory connection. See, it's psychological. If we want our needs met, we must ensure that our caregivers approve of us and never reject us. Do you see that? We must ensure that our caregivers approve of us and never reject us. BGS is the caregiver. These guys are seeking his approval. They don't want the rejection. So as BGS pulls Roger up, Roger and BGS are going to pull Sheet up. If our caregivers reject us, they will not provide the needs for survival. You see the struggle streaming? And then the need for survival. Oh, yes. And by the way, BGS takes credit for the creation of Kevin Samuels, or the upward mobility or whatever of Kevin Samuels, shooting him up to the top to where he is now. So look at what I did for Kevin. Don't you guys want to be like Kevin? So the caregiver, which is BGS, he will not provide the needs for their survival, thereby resulting in death. I showed you guys the struggle streaming that these guys do for years. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. It's a crab in a barrel mentality. And what these guys are doing is setting their sights on a guy who just want to have some fun. All right. As children grow, they gather information about what their parent approves of and find out what they don't. See that? Now you're seeing what these guys are doing. BGS is the caregiver. He's the parent. They're finding out what they want him to do. This, that, and the third. And they say, okay, well, we're going to go over there and we're going to mess up his channel. We're going to do things that we can do, whatever it is that we can do in order to make you happy. Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Knowing that that's what the parent wants all the time. So when the parent disapproves of a particular behavior, the child suppresses the behavior. See, if BGS didn't want it, she wouldn't be over here with his crap. All right. You guys can read some more of this. I will post a link. So that way you can have it. Hopefully it withstands the test of time. All right. I don't know if you're saying you're going in on the fam, but yeah, I am. Because it's psychological. And the fact of the matter is that here's the funny part about this whole thing. They thinking that they're driving a wedge between me and past the $40. This is the funny part. And they continue with the behavior. See, they want to entertain you. I'm not here to entertain. I like to have fun, and the fun may be entertaining, but I'm not here to entertain you. What I'm here to do is to get you to get up off your ass, to do the right thing in terms of being a man, because you have advantages that people didn't ever have advantages. You have the opportunities. And the only thing that you have to do is go do it. All right. So here's the children. BGS is the adult. Roger and Sheed, we're here. They're the children. Let's get back to it. Roger and Sheed, child. For lack of better terms. I want to make that a little bit better. Let's just do this. Roger and Sheed is here. BGS is here. Notice the difference in the age group. So it's about a 20-year difference. And so as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that because I don't want to bring people's personal lives into it. So I'm not even going to say that. This is what we call in psychology a parent-child relationship, an authoritarian relationship. This is what's happening. So if the parent overtly says, you are laughing too much, or covertly disapproves of the humor, the child suppresses that trait, leaving seriousness in its place. The parent seems uncomfortable that the child is adventurous in nature. See that? Now BTS wants past the $40 to fall into place. He wants the man to fall into place. Because he's supposed to be the quote unquote master teacher. Now, if you guys haven't seen this, I'm going to show this crap to y'all. I am going to actually show this crap to you guys because I don't think a lot of people seen this crap here. Give me a second because this kind of tripped me out. Because I was looking for this. I was looking for this. And I just Googled this. And I seen on here. Let me see if it's still here. Because on one of these deals, it said BGS Edmore master teacher or something. And I want to show you guys so that you guys know that I'm not tripping. Notice what he talks about, the gender war, right? Being red pilled. This is what his deal is. Which is okay if that's what you want to talk about, if that's your thing. Right? And that may be able to help some guys. Okay, black men who are dedicated to self-study and self-improvement. Well, self-improvement, why is it that you have a trust and they don't? Well, that's the building blocks of finance. That's the very basic thing that you do in terms of finance. If you have a trust, why don't they? I wanted to, because I was looking at it and I see on here, it's like master teacher. Something crazy. And I'm like, are you serious? They had like BGS. Let me see if I can do this here real quick. You guys indulge me for half a second because I want our future generations to listen to see this. See this crap? Master teacher, BGS Itmore. Like you can't make this up. You absolutely cannot make this up. Master teacher knowledge, BGS Itmore. Like, here. Oh, here it is. BGS Itmore, master teacher. Like, are you guys serious or what? BGS master teacher. Really? Really? And I am really interested in who is out here making this crap. I don't know if this is BGS or any of these images are BGS. I don't know. I've never seen them. Never. But who's with this whole master teacher crap? You guys must understand, the baby boomers, they go out and they recruit Gen Xers, millennials, to speak on their behalf. Then every once in a while, you get a guy like me and comes in and says, hey, listen, man, that dude right there is not giving you everything that you need to have in life. Because he's just not. But you guys are calling him a master teacher. What the hell type of master teacher is he teaching you if he hasn't given you the building blocks of finance? This guy is not, I have never heard him say, you guys need to go back to school for accounting. In fact, he has this CPA that comes on that I've seen a number of times, and guess what? Nothing. Nothing. Other professionals that are supposed to be helping you. Why is this important? Because we have a whole nation of women out there that are saying our men don't make enough money. And the first thing that y'all are saying is, well, the jobs don't pay enough. Managing your trust is your job. Managing your assets is your job. Being a W-2 wage earner, that's for other people. That's for younger people to earn a wage. Wage earning is a young man's sport. You are supposed to earn your wages, purchase some assets, learn how to buy and sell assets, become wealthy. Oh, but I'm a little bit too much in my feelings, so I'm not going to say that again. Have the master teacher tell you that nice and calmly. Or is it going to ask you, hey, do you guys watch Star Wars? Is Star Wars the best? I mean, Star Wars is the absolute best. Nothing against Star Wars, because I watch Star Wars. I like Star Wars. But here's the whole deal. I'm not going to occupy your time with Star Wars. You know, Star Wars is the absolute best movie, you know. And this is 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. Hey, how you guys seen that LeBron James last night? Yeah, he most certainly can dunk a basketball. You know, I think he had a triple-double, 42, 12, and 10. Yep, he sure did. Great job, LeBron. Master teaching. You can get, if that's master teaching, then you can get that from Stephen A. Smith. You guys can have Sports Center playing in the background while you're managing your trust. Hey, have you heard of the Callahan report? You know, the Callahan report. That's what they did to us back in the day, because this was what their plan was for us all along. No, you guys were doing drugs. They had a whole conspiracy to kill Malcolm X, and they just most certainly they carried out their conspiracy. That's what they did. And this is what they're occupying your time with. This is what they're occupying your time with. Because Star Wars, LeBron James, the basketball, Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever until he took over Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and future generation. This is what the old people have the young people talking about. This is real spiel. Go back and listen to this crap and use it as a do not do for your future, for your younger generations. Do not do this crap. So this is what the women are out here. This is what they're doing to us, and unfortunately there's nothing that we could do about it. But hey, you got to try to find one. This is my great master teaching. This is what I do. I master teach. This is what I do. I master teach about women and crap. This is what I do. I master teach. This is a shatter point. This is what I do. I teach you about this crap right here. This is what I do. Instead of teaching you guys how to meet the needs of your women, this is what I do. You know, I give you some lasers and some pills, right? I talk about Shikari, and let's have a good morning talking. Let's continue to talk about COVID, and you know, I'm not necessarily going to teach you guys and to encourage you guys to go out and find the best vaccines available, but I'm going to master teach you about what they are going to do to you. As if you Negroes can't already hear that on the news. Let me give you more news according to me. Or just let me give you a late night ramble. How about that? Let me give you a late night ramble according to the old man. Let me just give you a late night ramble because there's nothing else to talk about. Not really. Because I'd be damned if I give you anything that you need in order to stop talking to me so that you can grow up. The whole point is that the older you get, the least amount of talking you should have to do. You want to know why? Because you basically done said it all. Get it? But we need to talk about Florida's COVID. We need to talk about, let's talk about Russell Wilson and Sierra. Not once, but let's talk about them some more. Let's talk about this crap here. High value men need a high value man network for dating. For what? Oh, well, let's just talk about some more of Russell Wilson. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is what we're going to talk about. Sad part is he has 4,000 or 5,000 people showing up to listen to this crap, and they're getting nothing. All the while, they are gentrifying Baltimore. They are taking over Chicago, causing you to pay higher rents, and making you extremely poor. And this is how this guy is occupying your time. This is the crab in the barrel mentality. They will occupy your time with this shit and nothing else that's important to you. They will make you to think that this is the most important thing, and the most important thing is surviving. How do we do that? With money. So I'm not going to run this thing long. I hope that you guys get it. Approval for survival. Their approval equals your survival. The shifts. The system works through childhood. See, this happens in childhood. The child believes he has mastered the art when suddenly around puberty there's a shift. During adolescence, we desire self-identity and yearn for self-individualization. They know this. They have had, the baby boomer generation has had the opportunity to make the shift. This was the whole live free, I'm a hippie, counterculture, all of this crap. They had an opportunity to be that. My grandparents did not hang around my parents. I'm going to say that again. My grandparents did not hang around children, no matter how old they got. They did not hang around 40-year-olds. You get it? They didn't hang around 40-year-olds. There's something to say about old people when they hang around young people, younger generations. The adolescent begins to experiment with his or her new quest for self-identity. Most people don't do that, only to learn that mom and dad are not always okay with their new look, new behaviors, new choices. I'm going to tell you something. Past the $40, he don't care about what BGS thinks. He absolutely does not care. This guy is a millennial, and he's like, the world is my oyster. He don't care. He like, I like black women, I like white women, I like Asian women, I like Indian women. Wow, this is new look. But what you have is that you have people who constantly seek their parents' approval. And if they are not hanging around their parents, they go out and they go seek other older people's approval. And so the psychic conflict begins. You see, it's a conflict. You are supposed to be an individual, which means if older people are saying things against you or they're trying to get you to do something, you're supposed to say, hold on a second, this is my life. I live this life. Well, not if you want to be in this space, not if you want to be in the manosphere. And believe me, I've talked to some of the guys that have been around just as long as BGS. They're not the same. They actually want the millennials to do well. Oh, see, you guys didn't think that I actually talked to some of these people. Because, you know, the man, he's all in his feelings and his emotions. Let's see what you're talking about. Yeah, you see, the man hey, land. Everybody get past the $40 a hand. We're doing things here. This is the psychological conflict because they don't want you to be doing well. But check this out. They don't even see how this type of behavior is counterproductive, even for them. Let me explain. Your success as a millennial can equal their success as baby boomers. You want to know how? Because if you start achieving things and you start having things, you would be more than happy to bless them and to bless others. They're so busy trying to hurt you to where they're cutting off their nose to spite their face. Because they can't see the forest for the trees. Because they don't want you to achieve. And these are supposed to be the adults. How does Russell Wilson's relationship help you throughout the course of your day? Being productive. It doesn't. Oh, but Russell Wilson just had a baby supposedly had a baby with on Sierra. You know, you see what this is? Oh, and let me tell you something else. The boomers, their generation only excelled in one area, and that's entertainment. And the reason being because that's the area that they was pushed in because the television had just came out during their lifetime. You want to check it out? To show you guys. First TV was invented 1927. When they really started, when the first TVs were made available to the public, they started putting them out 1928. Okay? 20 years later, TVs perfected. Now you got floor model TVs in the households, right? How much did a TV cost in the 1950s? This is the baby boomers generation. This is when it actually starts. $300 in the 1950s was a lot of money back then. Wow, that's even something. TVs were priced at in 1950 at $300. That's $2.66 in 2021. Wow, interesting. But that takes it to inflation. Takes into account to inflation. But nevertheless, but it was the whole TV idea. So they needed people with TV. And so this was the area that they was really pushed in, entertainment. And so that's what a lot of them did, entertainment. But other than that, they did nothing. 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 Disco, drugs, tear up neighborhoods. That's what they did. A lot of them worked, but that's about it. But let's go back. As you guys can see, it's early morning. I'm digressing a little bit, but that's okay. Boom. So, adolescents navigate this psychic war differently. Many easily find ways to develop their identity without fear of risking parental approval. This is past the $40. This is the man. We find our ways to develop our own identity throughout this whole manosphere space or whatever you call it without fear of parental approval. Do you want to know why? Because we're adults. That's why. Not afraid. Not afraid at all. While they carry this conflict, as you can see, with them into their adult years, it isn't noticeable. Why? Because we know how to get along. Some adolescents can't reconcile their self-identity and their need for survival. Sheed, Roger report. They can't find a way to achieve self-individualization without constant fear that their survival is at stake. See, if you're not taught to be an individual, if you don't know how to move without fear, then you're always going to be under the thumb of, well, I'm BGS and I'm the master teacher. The master teacher doesn't want you to know everything. What do these guys be around here watching? Anime flicks and stuff like that. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with anime, but there's always this whole karate type of backdrop. And because it's this whole type of karate backdrop, you know, it's like the student is always under the master. Well, one day the master dies and the student becomes the master. Or the master winds up teaching him everything because he's supposed to surpass the master. No, you will never beat the master. I will never teach you all of my tricks. I will never teach you. Here's the sad part. There's a CPA that you guys hang around and talk to all the time. And he's right in front of your face, and you guys never knew he was a CPA. I bet you BGS did. I bet you a dime to a dollar that BGS did. And if Black Uru, and if you guys are hearing this, I want to get paid. For the future generations, here's what's happening. There's a gentleman by the name of Black Uru in this space. And Black Uru is a certified public accountant. He's been around in this space for years. And a certified public accountant can help you increase whatever it is that you have by giving you financial advice on the do's and don'ts and of money. And what happens is that Black Guru has been hanging out in this space called the manosphere for years, probably. I don't know. I don't really know these people. But from what I hear, for years, BGS probably never introduces him as an accountant. But there are thousands of guys that listen. As you can see, now BGS Idmore is a master teacher. And he never once, probably never once, I'm not sure, I hadn't been around him 24 hours a day. So I can only make the assumption that he didn't, because these guys do not even know that Black Guru is an accountant. He's an accountant. Crabs in a barrel mentality. This Negro here don't even want to tell everybody that Black Guru is an accountant. That he is a professional who knows exactly what to do in order to stop these girls from crying about Black men not having enough money. And he's sitting right in front of these people's face. And it's like, yes, we're going to talk about sports. You're going to talk sports to an accountant? Ag Sheed, we hear. Who's your accountant? Probably not Black Guru. Probably not. Because your daddy is not going to introduce you to his people. You want to know why? Because then you will become an individual. You will become separated from him. And you won't be able to troll past the $40 channel. You won't be able to troll him. Okay, come over there and try to spew out and try to irritate the channel so that you can achieve your daddy's needs. Here, who am I apart from my parents? See, these people need boomers. They need them because they're mediocre, ill-prepared to deal in life. All right. So, because these people, they can't find a way not to struggle stream, they need to they can't find a way to do what? Achieve. What do we talk about? Compete, win, and achieve. These people cannot find a way to achieve online without their daddy. Without constant fear that their survival is at stake. So they begin to toe the line, experimenting with their limits. How far can I go without completely risking my survival? So the battle continues and they begin to struggle. All right. You guys need to check this out. Maslow Hierarchy of Needs. Get some psychology courses. Take some psychology courses in class, in college. But listen to the crap that they're doing. The crab in the barrel mentality is experienced. It's live and well. Literally, right now, today, you have guys that are going to wake up this morning, talk about how they went over and they attempted to frustrate a channel and to prevent guys from actually being. So I've talked enough. I've spoken enough about this. This is not something that I actually look to get a gazillion views off of. But here's what I want to tell you. The crab of the barrel mentality is real, even amongst old ass people. Because this is the people who is taught to younger generations. And these are supposed to be so-called black men in America. We may have differences of opinion, maybe have differences on how we operate. But let's see something. I want to just go back here for shits and giggles. One more deal here for shits and giggles. 302 subscribers. Right? This is the guy that feels like he's going to frustrate the process. Okay. This is what he chooses to do. Right? Which is fine with me. Because see, little do he know, everything else that I'm going to teach you guys is going to be on my channel. He's not allowed. So if you want to be taught, you can come over to my channel. It's not to take anything away from Irv, but the whole point is this. I'm not gonna let one big black monkey stop my show. So 302 subscribers. If Irv doubled his subscribers in a couple of months, what's 166 times 2? That means that in 2 more months, we would have, if we keep doing this organically, because Pastor $40 says, I want to do my show organically. So y'all can go out and get these many subscribers tonight. In fact, I think I just might do that. Right? I think I just might do that. So, these people have been hanging around here for years. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look here real quick. So in a year's time, you only got 300 subscribers. Wow. And this is basically just what it is that I'm seeing. This is basically what it is that I'm seeing. Men and women, cars, what kind of relationship you want. He-man, woman, hater. You know, I mean, this is pathetic. Pathetic. The community table showing food. And these are adult males. These are grown men. You're 40-year-old guys. Yeah, okay. All right. I think we probably had enough of this. Future generations, you guys see this. Now I'm going to show you guys how it's done. I'm actually going to show you what to do and what not to do. 300 subscribers in 10 months is pathetic. But no wonder why you only have 6 views, 5 views, 4 views. No wonder why you have that type of crap going on here. The reason why nobody wants to watch you. The reason why you have to come over to another channel where you have more people hooked up online that are there to listen so that they can work than to watch you on your own channel struggle streaming So you come over to try to be disruptive so that you can do what? Nothing. The crab in the barrel mentality is real. But this is what you get from Negroes who still eat off paper plates at 40 years old. At the community table. Pathetic. Negroes. Crab in a barrel. The reason why black men are losing. And the reason why he's losing is because he has a baby boomer who come from the selfish rebellion generation. Those people are extremely selfish. And he comes over to try to poison the well. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and I want to get out of here because, oh, that's what you're saying. The worms keep it, the worms keep it organic. Check it. I am not interested in hanging out with people who do not take care of their business. Don't hang out with me if you're not taking care of your business. I'm not interested in that. If I have 1,000 people who are listening to me, you best believe that there's 1,000 people who are taking care of their business. Let me see. This is a what is that? What is that guy's name? Maybe you guys can help me out. Irv, if you're listening. As a matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share. I'm going to copy the link here, and I'm actually going to open it up the chat. So whoever wants to chime in real quick, we can talk a little bit this morning. If you guys are listening, I know a lot of you guys are not up. I know on the West Coast it's probably still 6 a.m. So whoever's probably up on the East Coast or probably in the Midwest, you guys, if you guys want to talk real quick, I will post the link in the chat a couple of times. And then Dave Ramsey is the name that I'm looking for. Dave Ramsey. This guy, Dave Ramsey, right? Dave Ramsey is a radio personality, but here's what he is. He's a master teacher. Dave Ramsey is a master teacher. Real spiel. He gets on his show called The Dave Ramsey Show. If you guys do not want to listen to me, you guys should go on and listen to his show and you will learn a lot just listening to his show. You want to listen to a real show? Listen to him. You want to know why? Because as you can see, these numbers and these people are real. They're debt-free. They paid off their debt. $57,000 in 32 months. Black folks. Listen to him. If you want a master teacher, future generations, if you want If you want future generations, go back and rewind his stuff and listen to him. Okay? Listen to him. Because there's two things, society and economics. It's called socioeconomics. Two things. And those two things are predicated off of two other things, law and accounting. These things are not taught at home. They're not taught at school. And the parents have never pushed. The parents have never pushed. I'm going to say this again. The parents have never pushed. Let me show you guys something. The greatest generation and the silent generation. You know what they did? They pushed for their children to be taught everything in school. They had, not only did they have the basics like band and gym and things like that and chorus, they had home economics because those things were taught at home. Home economics, home ec. They made sure that the kids had a trade. So they were taught how to paint, to take painting courses and auto mechanic and all of these other different things that they needed in order to have jobs and job preparation right out of high school. You know what the baby boomers made sure that you had? Nothing. In fact, under the baby boomers, everything started being taken away out of the high schools. They took everything. Left the basketball courts. That's what they left. Football fields. That's what they left. So that my child can become an athlete, and then they can take care of me. This is what they left. But other than that, nothing. They didn't push for you to learn the law. They didn't push for you to learn economics. Why? So that you could become codependent. Codependent. Not independent from them. They didn't teach you how to become interdependent and learn how to pair bond. So, here it is. Dave Ramsey, you listen to Dave Ramsey. Why? Because Dave Ramsey teaches you how to work with your spouse, how your spouse should work, how you and your spouse should work together in order to achieve your financial dreams. These knuckleheads in the manosphere teach you, get away from the woman. Well, maybe you like your woman. Maybe you want to work together, but just don't know how. This guy is a master teacher. Dave Ramsey. Oh, and by the way, just in case you guys don't think that Dave Ramsey is the only person here, and if you want to learn a couple other things, there's a big black brother on here too. I like him. Where's that brother? He's on here. Okay, so he's not one of the personalities here, but he's a big dude, and he talks about working together with your spouse in order to achieve your financial dreams. I don't get paid from Dave Ramsey. I don't get paid for teaching you guys this stuff. But here's what I can tell you. Check him out. The Dave Ramsey show comes on. Let me see. Because there's different guys on these different shows. This brother right here in the background, he has a show. Right? This brother right here, he has a show. So if you don't want to listen to me, I'm fine with it. But get some more advice from someone else. Black Uru is in this space. Pick his brain. Do not call someone a master if they have not mastered all things and that they're not teaching it to you. Because this guy right here, he's teaching you everything. Everything. And if he's not teaching it, if you don't think that he's not teaching it to you or whatever the case may be, he'll point you in the right direction. In fact, I believe they have a board game or something like that they play or something, or the rat race or something like that. And if you guys don't have that, get out how to get out the rat race. And I believe the rat race or getting out the rat race inspired another one of those, the young black brother who got the tattoos on his face with the pretty wife with his kids, and they always be having the firearms. He has another money program. Oh, what is that young brother's name? If you hear me, what is that brother's name with the tattoos that's on his face? And he deals with the firearms. All right, I'm going to get that information for you guys. Um, yeah, the brother with the game board. He has a game. See, I just can't help myself because I cannot. You see what men do? We cannot go on talking about negativity without trying to give you something positive. That's just not how a man is designed to be. But it's the brother with the game board. I know his name. He teaches financial literacy. Okay, I think I'm getting him right here. Okay, so this is the brother here, and this is his daughter. This is his daughter. This is his family, right? This is who he is. This is my guy. Not this idiot right here. Not him. This guy here. Let me see. Um, let's see. Let's see. Derek Grace is his name. Derek Grace, and he has a homeschool. He has a homeschool curriculum. I think he teaches like some financial literacy and stuff like that. Um, Let me see. Let me see because I normally catch the brother on YouTube, but his name is Derek Grace. Uh, yeah, and this is his wife. Now, a little bit about Derek Grace and who Derek Grace is. Derek Grace is the son of, I think his father is ex FBI agent or something like that, who specializes in firearms. And so he taught his son. This is the reason why it's important to have a father. Okay, he specializes in firearms. He teaches his children about firearms and how to protect themselves. He also uh, has a financial literacy course, homeschooling deal. He and his wife homeschool, right? The tattoos are beyond me, not my taste, not my speed, but it's not up to me, right? But the deal is this: he and his family, they take care of each other. You see, there he's not sitting back discussing how much his wife and complaining about his wife and his kids because his father's around. You see, there's a difference between a lot of these guys who want to take advantage of you and having your actual daddy around. But I can tell you this, Derek has a trust. You see those gold chains that's around his neck? Those gold that's on his hands? Listen to the brother and he will actually tell you about what to do with that. You don't want to listen to me. He'll tell you. Brother's like 28, 30 years old. When I'm telling you guys who are 40, who's 40 years old, these 30-year-old, these Gen Zs, they're coming for your ass, man. And for all of you future generations, come and get us. Come and get us. So, with that being said, check the brother out. Check out Dave Ramsey. Check out Derek Grace. He has a, I think this is his website. This is his website. You get in touch with the brother. He has, the last time I seen him, he had a homeschool program that I could swear by. It's called In-Home Banking. Has an in-home banking board game, and he has an academy called Unlearn and Relearn. Now, however far you guys go with these people, it's up to you. But here's the whole deal. That in-home banking game, check out the reviews. The Unlearn and Relearn Academy. Check it out. Dave Ramsey, catch his show. Instead of being all in Sierra's and Russell Wilson's business. I can't even think of those people. Instead of being in their business, instead of being around struggle streaming, how about you listen to somebody else who don't even need to claim that they're a master teacher, but know that they are, and who is doing the business for other people. Listen, I've been on here for far too long, a couple of hours. I need to get off of here. Hey, have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. Be a help to other people. Be a help to other people. Not a distraction. Not a hindrance. Because these people are here to hurt you. They come into your life to hurt you. They're not willing to give you all of the game that they have. Because black people back in Africa, we had one thing, is each one teach one. That's where that comes from Africa. Because our education is free. You want to know why? Because we're not here to one-up each other. But unfortunately, you have some people who want to one-up or who want to dismantle. People who just want to have fun. Damn. So, with that being said, have a great day. You guys see past the $40 channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Do not come to my channel if you are not going to do anything, because I will not have you around. If you are not interested, don't come by here. I am a doer. I don't give out free information just without you doing something. Some people accept it. Look, if you notice Dave Ramsey, guess what? Guess what Dave says? I'm going to charge you $130 for 12 months for a year. Come hang out with me in order for you to get out of debt. 6 months, I'm going to charge you $100. 3 months, I'm going to charge you $60. I'm showing you how you get out of debt for free. Don't waste your time with these people. Millennials, you do not need your parents' approval. You just don't. You don't need the approval of older people. You just don't. Have fun. Be a blessing. Be a blessing to others. Have a fantastic day. Juan G's, good morning. If you got something to say real quick, let me know. If you don't, I'm going to get out of here. Give Juan a second to respond. But thank you very much, Juan G's. If I do another live today, I just do. I'm not expected to because I got other things to do, man. I got a life. All right. So if you wanna pop in, thank you very much for saying what's up. Thank you everybody else for tuning in. If you guys are tuning in, I didn't expect for you guys to. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the show or the broadcast or whatever you call it. All right. Take it easy. Have a good one. Oh, real quick. Right. There you go, Pastor. Juan G's, young man, get this money and land and spirit and stay up in spirit and in health. Okay. There's plenty other things that we want to teach you guys, that we want to show you guys, but this is the accountable era. All right. And we need to be accountable. I'm going to be accountable to you, and I want you to hold me accountable. All right. We're not here to listen to all the undermining, all the naysaying, and all this other stuff like that. But Juan G's, I want to let you know something. I want you guys to go back and rewind this and listen to it. These guys are aiming, they're gunning for past the $40 for having fun, for increasing his channel. Get some subscribers. Juan G's, I want to let you know. Juan G's, I want to let you know. I don't know if you've been over to Roger Report or to BGS's channel or to any of these guys' other channels, but I want to let you know something. These guys is hating on past the $40. They hate this guy for nothing. For nothing. Okay? This is the whole trip with me. Why I'm tripping. How do you hate a guy for taking care of his own business? You should be happy for him. But no. These people, they want to see this man fail. So, hey, thanks, Juan G's, for coming through. Juan G's, and I'm going to tell you like I tell everyone else, I will help you get a trust. I will help you get it established. Crank it on out. But Juan, and this may sound harsh. I like you. I think you're a nice guy. But I don't want you to hang around me if you're not taking care of your business. The first thing you need to do is establish a trust. Everyone needs to have one. If you do not, and if you are not establishing the building blocks, if you are not enriching yourself by being around me, I do not want you to hang around me. I am not Jesus. Touching the hem of my garment will not enrich your life. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. So it's going to take some action on your part. Go to the About section on the page, and you guys can get the email address. I'm sure that you will be able to get the email address if you want to establish a trust. Other than that, I can't make you, but I'm not going to hang around. I'm not going to let you hang around me. Pretend as if the trust is some alcohol. And I cannot allow you to hang around me because I will be contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The trust is the alcohol. The trust is for adults, not for children. And if you are not old enough and mature enough to get a trust, then you can't hang around. All right? So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Again, take it easy. Stay up, stay healthy, stay well. And Juan G said he has a trust. Juan G's, you're always welcome. You are always welcome. See this? Juan G's. You are welcome to hang out with the man. You, sir, are welcome. So then now we can talk about the next things that we need to do because you understand a lot of the stuff that's going on with a trust. And now you and I, we can get to doing some, you and I can get to doing some things because we're now talking the same language. Oh, and by the way, how can two or more walk together unless they agree? Got to have some agreements on things. All right. So with that being said, Juan G's, pass the $40. Toya, if you're still listening. So Abadayu, if you're still listening. So Abadayu, you guys know what's up. You guys know the deal. Toya, I'll hook you up too, even though you're a girl. I'll hook you up as well. Make sure that you have a trust. Why? Because it's important. That's why. Black people think that we can go through life and just skate and just think that certain things are optional. It's the crab in the barrel mentality. It's mediocrity that got you thinking that things that should be done, that's important, that should be done, is optional. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you again, you guys. Peace, and I'm gone.